Thank you all for joining us today. My name is Kelly Porter. I'm the manager of customer and corporate communications at Lincoln Electric System. Now, we have an exciting discussion today. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our presenters for the day. We have Emeka Nyanwu, LES CEO, Dan Marvin, Urban Development Director for the City of Lincoln, Ali Hopkins, Google Data Center Area Lead for Nebraska and Iowa, and Case Marinville, a landlord here in Lincoln. So with that, I will turn it over to Emeka Nyanwu.
All right, thank you, Kelly. I'm excited to speak to you today about an investment being made in our community that will directly benefit some of our most vulnerable citizens. As a consumer-owned public utility, Lincoln Electric System knows that providing affordable energy to families in our communities is one of our most profound commitments. And since 2003, LES has partnered with the City of Lincoln as part of the South of Downtown Rental Rehabilitation Project to fund energy efficiency upgrades in existing affordable housing units. Property owners that apply and are granted assistance through this Vital City program can also qualify for additional energy-saving improvements through LES. The funding for these upgrades was made possible through surplus funds that were available in our LES Sustainable Energy Program back in 2018. And over time, LES has utilized those funds to provide energy efficiency upgrades in 133 existing affordable housing units, resulting in an average annual bill savings of about $250 per apartment. Those energy savings are being recognized by the tenants in real time, providing them some relief from their energy costs, but also landlords benefit through the upgrades to their properties. And as the majority of those funds have been allocated over time, LES began looking for ways to continue this program. So this summer, LES applied for and received a grant funded by Google through their Sharing the Power Foundation for $300,000 that will provide funds for LES to continue our efforts to bring energy efficiency upgrades to affordable housing units in Lincoln. So with that, I'm going to hand it over to Dan Marvin, who's our city's urban development director, and he's going to talk a little bit more about the South of Downtown Rental Rehabilitation Project and its impact in our city. Dan?
Thank you. Well, good morning. On behalf of the City of Lincoln, it's my pleasure to join you and celebrate this great news for our community members. When the city launched Mayor Lyrian Gaylord-Bear's initiative, the South of Downtown Residential Rehab Program has gone on for several years. Our goal was to improve the quality and increase the affordability of our older housing stock and to make life better for Lincoln's families. By any measure, this program has been a huge success. Our launching has helped rehab and maintain the affordability of 166 rental units, with 226 more in the pipeline and over $3.3 million granted to date. I want to thank the city's Chief Sustainability Officer, Kim Morrow, who's here today for our contributions to this program. But let me emphasize something else. When I say we, I mean we in every sense of that word. The city is not doing this important work alone. We are working with key community partners to braid revenue sources together to create maximum public benefit. And central to that effort is Lincoln Electric System, who has committed $488,000 to this project. Thanks to LES's investment, we have been able to install 96 air source heat pumps to date, with an additional 37 scheduled for installation. Energy efficiency upgrades like these make dollars and cents, cutting carbon emissions and lowering energy bills for 133 households. That's why I'm truly thankful to Google and the Sharing Power Foundation for your $300,000 in funding to LES in support of the South of Downtown Residential Rehab Program. With these funds, the city and our partners will expand our work to make homes better and more affordable while supporting our healthier future to our community. Now I'd like to invite Ali Hopkins from Google to the podium.
Thank you. So we won't let the rainy start for today tamper the spirit of why we're here today. This is a great day to celebrate, and certainly as we help to make all the citizens have a little bit more, cozy and comfortable existence through fundings like this. So I am Allie Hopkins, and I am the area lead for Google's data centers across Nebraska and Iowa. And we're excited to stand with our partners at LES today to continue our commitment building better communities in the region. Google is proud to call this region home, and we look forward to opening our first Lincoln data center shortly. And since arriving in Lincoln, Google has been committed to being a strong community partner. And this program is what it looks like in action. And that brings us to why we are here today. We know that families across Lincoln, the continued increase of their electricity bill is a real concern. That's why we're proud to work with LES and the City of Lincoln to boost home energy efficiency and ultimately lower monthly bills for Nebraskans here in Lincoln. We are thrilled to announce the $300,000 in funding that will help scale energy efficiency, upgrades for more homes, and expand the existing low-income programs, specifically the South of Downtown Rental Rehabilitation Program. The high-efficiency heat pumps, the smart thermostats, and other energy-saving technologies mean that the quality of existing affordable housing in Lincoln will improve. Plus, the new technology will extend the life of those buildings. To share more about the community impact this donation will support, it is my honor to welcome Case Moranville to the podium.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Case Moranville, and I'm a housing provider primarily in the south of downtown, the near south neighborhood. My brother Cole and I have been in business since 2009, bought a duplex long ago and have over 500 apartment units now. We own and manage, and I'm proud to say that we treat our tenants with dignity and respect. We want to give them the best bang for their buck and service. It's an older neighborhood for the most part, older stock. The infrastructure sometimes over the years needs attention. It needs funds, and to keep housing affordable, that can be a challenge. So this partnership is huge. It benefits the citizens in the area, gives them excellent energy use, and the heat pumps are high efficiency, so they really benefit from that, and it allows us to continue to rent affordably when it's a challenge to just pay our bills for the tenants in that area. So we're thankful again for the opportunity, and we're glad to be here today. Thank you.
Okay. So now we're going to open it up to any questions for any of our discussion today. So if anybody from the media has a question, we'll go ahead and open that up. Yes.
Yeah, I think this is really for the city. So we're looking at the city website. The applications for the South REAP program were kind of closed already for this year. So how are people applying for this? How is this program going to work with this $300,000 grant?
Well, when we started the program, what we did was we went and physically mailed letters to all the property owners in that area. From that, we collected interest and emails, which was important, of all the property owners. And from that, we had a database that we could get the age of the buildings, we could get a sense of engagement, whether people wanted to join into this program. And then we have a 10-year window to be able to do this. So we are in phase 3. We've got an additional 7 years. We're going to do 100 units a year. We'll do 1,000 units in this neighborhood over the 10-year period. And there's an application process and then a selection process to identify 100 units each year in that process. One of the ways that we've identified this was we'll look at the age of a building, and we'll think that, I know in the first year that we did this, the average age was 80 years old. So we were trying to pursue kind of a triage approach to rescuing buildings and looking at landlords that wanted to participate on that. And each year, we'll continue to keep rolling out this and do an additional 100 units. Did that answer your question? Okay.
Yeah, I have a question for Emeka. Could you explain how this is different or the same from the LES's Sustainable Energy Program and city heat pump programs?
Yeah, so this program layers on top of the city's program, right? So participants who qualify for the city's program can get the additional funding. Our sustainable energy program is sort of more traditional energy efficiency acquisitions. Our heat pump program is an incentive program that is sort of more intended to help people make the decision to move to heat pumps, right, which are more efficient and obviously better for the environment. So they're certainly complementary, but different programs for different purposes.
Okay, I want to make sure, is it LES that's facilitating this program?
So again, the program is a partnership with the city, right? So the city has the South of Downtown Rental Rehabilitation Program. We then partner with them to increase the sort of impact of that program in terms of energy efficiency. Does that help?
Yeah, clarifying question again for you. So the previous question that I had, if you didn't apply already, are you basically out of luck until
No.
next year, or how does that?
Well, we've selected the 100 for this current year. So there's a selection process that we will begin phase 4 of this probably in 6 months, 9 months, and then there'll be a selection process, and then we'll start kicking the next off in about a year.
So in about another year, you'll be able to apply again, or apply if you didn't apply yet already?
Yes. And we're in constant contact with landlords on this program, and they will submit, for the next round.
And is this at no cost to the homeowners, or is it minimal cost? Like, are they getting this for free, basically, if they're approved?
So just the basics of this. If you have, we participate with $15,000 per unit of grant funds into the project, all right? And then we have partnered with NeighborWorks Lincoln to actually look at the bids, review the work that's going to be done, and then we create a scope of work for each individual apartment through a partnership through urban development and LES and through the landlord as well. And that's approved, and then NeighborWorks monitors that work that's been done, and then the grant gets approved as the work is being accomplished. And so the thing that I think is unique about this, and just to kind of share, was went to kind of a national organization in Rochester, New York, was doing a heat pump program. Heat pump programs are great, but one of the things that they may not do is they may not provide for the upgrades to the circuit box to be able to do that. So they had private money be able to come in and fill gaps like this. Our $15,000, I think you should look at as like gap funds. What LES has is specific items that can be paid for. Another program that we are administering with this is also lead paint remediation through HUD. So there might be dollars that would be available there. But all of these are going to create certain amount of gaps in there. And so identifying where these dollars, the $15,000 per unit, can go to fill the gaps so that the project actually happens. That's, I think, the key to this project in general.
And the $300,000 from Google today, that they're not announcing today, is that allowing you guys to add more homes that wouldn't have been serviced previously without this grant?
I think what is, to my understanding, and I think Emeka can address this too, but I think the funding that was available from 2018 is running out, and so the $300,000 will come in and backstop the funds that LES was providing from 2018 until today. So it will give us the ability to continue to keep moving forward.
Yeah, and bouncing off of Anthony's question, is this, will these funds from Google last through this session, or will it go over into other sessions of this program or following years?
I think it will last for additional number of years. Our goal was to have this program last for a total of 10 years. I can't speak to the fact whether 300,000 will carry us to the end of that finish line, but it certainly gives us a window to be able to provide funds for heat pumps and other HVAC and other types of projects that would be LES qualified expenditures for the next several years.
So let me get this straight. If Google didn't give $300,000, there would have been not enough money left to finish this project that we started a few years ago. Is that what you were saying?
I think that's a fair characterization. I don't think we would not have stopped doing our program of providing $15,000 per apartment unit. But the key, and I didn't mention this in my comments, but there's a good developer friend of mine that talks about the math of 1 + 1 = 3. And the idea is that if you can provide enough funds, then you kickstart things that would otherwise never have happened. So that's really the key of the funds that come from the city, is things happen because they're filling gaps that otherwise you would have had to have walked away from that program and wouldn't have been able to do. So I think that we will provide many more heat pumps, many more tools to lower the energy costs for the residents within that neighborhood over the next several years that otherwise would not have happened. Thus gets 1 + 1 = 3, which I don't think Google's going to put that on there. I doubt Google's going to say 1 + 1 = 3, but I think in this case it does.
I was hoping to bring a Callie, if that's all right.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so just to start off, could you characterize if Google has done similar partnerships like this in other communities?
Yes, we have. There's about 4 other states that we have partnered in very similar fashions with the same Share the Power Foundation, and definitely fits within Google's broader mission and strategy of being really great community partners and certainly helping with sustainability. Sustainability is very important to us, and so yes, we have similar funds that have been donated in other states, and always pursuing future potential future partnerships down the road. So yeah.
Yeah, and so what are other partnerships that Google has engaged in or examples of those that might compare but might not necessarily?
Within sustainability specifically, or?
Sustainability, but also just community engagement.
Oh, sure. We have multiple examples of partnering with the schools within this district specifically. All of the communities that we exist in, all of our data centers, we partner with those school communities to help. In Nebraska, we have a couple of sustainable programs specifically for water and drip irrigation, for example, and funding. So those types of innovations within drip to help with the farmers reduce their water usage. That's another great example that we like to talk about when we're talking about sustainability. And there's several others that we could list out that specifically in Lincoln as well as the state of Nebraska.
Yeah, and could you give us just you said that like the data centers coming soon or upcoming. Could you give us an update on how construction or just the project is rolling out?
I can tell you that it is an incredibly smooth construction project. I was just speaking earlier about this. I've been involved with a lot of construction projects with Google turning up new data centers. There's something magical about the one coming up in Lincoln. I really attest that to the local trades, the teams that are here in the Lincoln area, and the success that we have seen so far. So it's going really well. And we definitely are looking forward to finally going live and actually serving capacity out of that data center soon.
Do you have a timeline for completion?
No, I can tell you that we're marching as fast as we can, and it'll be as soon as we're live, everybody will know about it.
And could you characterize kind of what products this data center would be going towards within Google, whether that's AI or Chrome or something else like that?
I would say anything you can think of. So it's all of our data centers support just about all of the products that you think about, and probably some products you don't even know that Google serves and helps to support. across our entire ecosystem. So while I can't tell you this Lincoln site is going to host Gmail, they all serve their way in their way in supporting all of those services, and certainly is really safe to assume that pretty much every data center is also involved in the AI push and helping to increase that capacity.
Yeah, and kind of bouncing back to the timeline thing, there have been some more building permits or more things that you've built in that space, but can you tell us like what exactly will be there? Like I think there was a commercial building and some other things in addition to the data center, like an office building. Can you tell us what all will be there?
Yep, the campus, most data center campuses, including the one in Lincoln, contain the data center halls. So that is several buildings that houses all of our IT infrastructure. And then generally, yes, there is at least one building that is just the office space for all the individuals who work, all of our Googlers, as well as our partner teams to be able to, get out of the data center and have some rest and relaxation. Yeah, so that's generally the makeup of a data center campus.
Yeah, and on the timeline, is there any kind of range that you could give us of like years or months or anything like that?
No, I and not because I can't tell you, but because we're going to continue to expand and grow. And so to say, 5 years will be done just is not a true statement. We know that we do have for sure several years in the books and for the construction to finish what we currently absolutely have approved and planned, but that can expand over time, or things can change in any moment. So. We are planning to be here for a few more years under construction, even when we go live.
And then I've heard about bringing in power from wind farms to sustain the data center. But just on sustainability, could you touch on how water might be used or other utilities might feed into the data center and where those sources might come from?
Well, they come from the public providers. So there's no secret source there. It comes from the same utilities that everybody uses. All plants, even all commercial, we all get our utilities from the same sources. But when we talk about sustainability in particular, Google has 120% goal, as in we want to recapture and restore to the water table, the water base, 20% over what we would possibly consume. And that earlier mention of partnership with things like NDRIP is one of the ways that we intend to do that to help everybody reduce their water footprint, recapture what we are using through that water conservation types of partnerships and projects. Yeah, back to that, just no secret source for the water. It comes from the same public utility.
And then jumping back to just this partnership, is this something that you reached out to LES of the city to do, or is it something that was initiated by the city?
So the city reached out through the Share the Power Foundation for the grant, and then that's how we connected the ties back to us, and we're able to direct and shift where we're going to be sending those funds. I believe that's how it actually came around about. Was that not correct? They're saying it didn't get exactly right. It's through Share the Foundation. Share the Power Foundation for sure is the umbrella of where the money is going to, and then that is being directed back to locally Lincoln for it to be distributed. Yeah, what angle it comes through first. Yeah.
I think Emeka can
Yeah,
finish.
I can.
Oh, thank
yeah,
you.
sure, of course. No, I can help with that. So, through our partnership with Google, we became aware of the Sharing the Power Foundation. We obviously have our program partnered with the city, right? And we knew kind of where we were with funds. And so, as we analyzed that, our team sort of identified that this was a good, possibly a match in terms of the purpose of Google's foundation and a program here that we have in the city that needed the funding. And so, we started the conversation with Google and the Sharing the Power Foundation and with our partners with the city, and sort of the match came together. And so LES then applied for the grant, we received the grant, and then put the wheels in motion to get this going. Does that answer your question? Yeah.
Any other questions for us? Yes,
I'll
Anthony.
stay up here. Okay.
Okay, Case.
Sure.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, you, as a landlord, applied for this
Correct.
program, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What made you want to apply for this? Obviously, landlords don't have to apply for this. What made you want to do that?
Well, it's a benefit for us because it lets us improve our infrastructure, our HVAC units, whereas it's a catch-22 in a sense because we want to protect affordable housing. We don't want to raise rents, making them unaffordable in order to fund infrastructure projects. So in order to, so it's a win-win in a lot of ways because mostly for our tenants, they experience new systems that are efficient, their energy bills go down, and it doesn't raise their rents. So.
And does this cost you anything in terms of doing this? And if so, like how much more does it cost you to put in this?
Depends on the building. Depends on what's there currently for electric panels and service. So you have to make sure that the panel matches the power requirements for the heat pumps. So in our project on 17th and D Street in the near south, we had to upgrade those. So we had electricians install 100 amp panels, and those are sufficient for the new heat pumps that were installed. So we did put some money in as well to make the upgrade happen. But yeah, we applied, and we'll look forward to applying again, and it's definitely a help to that area. Good.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, I believe everybody from the media received a news release from Sally. If you did not, she's over in the corner here on upon exit. We'll have this information available on the LES website, and will be shared by the City of Lincoln. And then you can also find this news conference on LES's Video Vault, which is available through les.com or YouTube/LES Video Vault. So thank you to all of you for attending. Thank you to Carl Eskridge, our board member and City Council, for attending today. All of our partners and their hard work, as well as Jessica Kneifel and Mark Shkolnick, who are running the program from the LES side. So also love the location here. So thank you to our Nebraska media partners for allowing us to host this press conference here. Thank you. I know you wanted to clap.